What's up, guys? Today we are starting a new series called The Coaster Battles. Today we have the first hypercoaster, Magnum XL200, up against Diamondback. We have 9 categories, and each category is worth 5 points. Based on my opinion, I will give the score for both coasters for every category. At the end, I will count up the points to decide the winner. First up is Smoothness. Diamondback is so smooth. I found no rattle when I rode it. I'm going to give Diamondback a 5. Magnum has a rough section on the bunny hills at the end, but the airtime is so insane that you don't even notice it. I'm going to give Magnum a 4.5, just because there's a rattle, but the airtime makes up for most of it. Next up is pacing. Diamondback is great with pacing. It slows down a bit at the end. Because of that, I'm going to give it a 4. Magnum struggles with pacing. The first half is pretty good, but the second half lags speed. Therefore, I'm going to give Magnum a 3. Next up is airtime. Diamondback has a lot of airtime, but most of the airtime moments are weak. I'm going to give Diamondback a 3. Magnum has as what some people to believe as the best airtime in the world. I'm going to give it a 5. Next up is theming. Both these coasters don't have much theming at all, but I feel like without theming, it doesn't take away from the overall ride experience. I have to give both coasters a 0. Next up is the first drop. Diamondback has such a great first drop. It is one of my favorite drops on a coaster. The drop feels like it goes on forever, even though it is only 235 feet tall. I have to give Diamondback a 5. Magnum's drop doesn't really do much for me. I mean, it has nice scenery with it being right next to Lake Erie. For that, I'll give it a 3. Next up is duration. Diamondback has a pretty good duration, but not the best, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So I have to give it a 4. Magnum has 2 minutes, which is good, but not good enough to get more points than Diamondback for this round. I have to give it a 3.5. Next is intensity. Diamondback is super intense. The first 3/4 of the ride is really intense. I'm going to give it a 4. Magnum is not very intense. It is mostly straight track. I have to give it a 2. Next is layout. Both layouts are nothing really special. They're both just out and backs. Because of that, I have to give both a 3. Last but not least, the overall ride experience. Diamondback is so enjoyable. It is incredibly smooth, has great pacing, and the splashdown at the end is insane. It is a must ride at Kings Island. I have to give it a 5. Magnum has a couple of rough parts, but nothing can explain that airtime at the end. I am going to give it a 4. I counted up the scores, and winning with a score of 33-28 is Diamondback. That ends this coaster battle, but if you have an idea for a battle, tell me in the comments. You'll be seeing more coaster battles in the future. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.